Test. Check. Mic test. Mic test 1 2 check. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our chill Sunday stream, folks. We are live at the moment. Let me just set up our chat so that we are good to go. Chat is ready. That's good. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we are gonna go wild in ranked as well as in the tournament, the weekend tournament. That should be nice, good, fun gameplay. Cool, 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 cool. Let me just see that we are live for all of it. So yeah, it should be an exciting one for today. Come one, come all. There it is. We've got the chat set up. And we are good to go. What's up, Boss Ruth? From Edward Teologo. What's up, kapatid? Welcome to the stream. Pasok lang ng pasok, buddy bear. Nice chill weekend Shadowverse gameplay tayo for today. So what is our plan? Our plan is to go wild in the arena. And our other plan is to go for our weekend tournament stream for today. So there is a lot to do for this weekend. Join me as we go wild for it. Cool. Where should we start? I think we should start by discussing the deck. Making sure that we are in the same space as what the competitive decks are currently on. So let's jump in. What we are starting with is a new variant of Runecraft from set 1. So we started off with Spell Boost before in set 1. In set 2, what we are trying now for Infinity Beyond is Earth Sigil's Runecraft Spell Boost deck. So it's a hybrid of both. So what we have is the standard package of card draw with Seraphic Tidings, Homework Time, and Foresight. We still have the standard package of Stormy Blast, Anangrea, William, Kwon, and the combo of Ruler of Cositus and Dimension Climb. The only addition we have now are the Earth Sigil stuff in the form of Witch's New Brew, which is card draw from set 1. But from set 2, we have Pascal's Dance, which is also gaining an Earth Sigil. But you also get a crest that you draw a card with. Plus the potential to go double the attack on defense of all allied followers when you spend the 10 Earthrights that you have. So that is a pseudo finisher in this deck. Potentially changeable, I think, but I'm not going to change it just yet because we're just piloting a meta deck at the moment. And then aside from that, we've got the Sagelight Teachings, the Anangrea from before. Burgent is a new one, summoning 2 copies of Onion Patch, which have Rush and Spell Boost that can immediately deal damage. And Spell Boost your hand, which is very nice. Plus, if you evolve Burgent, you get a crest until the end of the game where you keep summoning 1 Onion Patch at the beginning of your turn. I think it's a one-of, very rightly so, in the sense that you don't want that extra copy unless you just want to draw it early. But you're not really evolving another Burgent because you only want to use the crest once. So that's one of the things that we thought about. And then we also have Norman, quite a powerful little character. Summons a Guardian Golem, or draws 3 cards, or restores 4 defense. And then if you evolve Norman, you do it again. You do have to spend 1 Earthright, but if the benefits that you get, this Guardian Golem has Ward, and it's a 3/3, very solid. And then aside from that, you'll be mainly using this to claw back into the game by restoring 4 defense, but the other modes are very relevant as well. And yep, that's the deck. So let's jump in. Let's start with maybe 3 games of ranked, and then let's go for the tournament scene and see how far we go. I think it's best of 3 right now. Currently, we are on A2 Diamond, so we are in a good spot in terms of playing against other competitive decks because we are in the highest group. This means we'll be playing with the highest tier of decks from within A2. So yeah, let's jump in. We are going second against Swordcraft. Very interesting. Medium rare or well done. Okay, so we are playing against Swordcraft, which is going to be scary. We are going second. So I think we keep homework time for the draw 2, deal 2 damage setup play. At which point I think we also want Foresight. Dimension Climb is very solid. I'm not sure we want it on turn 1 though, is the thing. Unless we're saying Swordcraft is slow now, Dimension Climb is too slow to be in the opening hand against an aggressive deck, like our opponent's deck. So, yep. Let's go for it. Let's increase featured chats. So, yep, if we've got featured chats, it is going to show up here. Very nice. Cool. Let's start with Foresight. Draw a card. Spell boost once. We got Dimension Climb again, but we did add Mulligan into Burgent and Anangrea. So that these are nice cards to catch up on turn 4 with our extra play point. So we're not doing anything at this point. There is nothing to do, so we end the turn. And we chill from here. Ouch. That is painful. 4-2, no removal spells in sight. So we are going to be taking another hit this coming turn. We need cards to catch up. We've got the Anangrea to do so. Okay. Nonja is scary as well. That's got Ward and Bane. So we need to deal with that using our Anangrea. Okay, let's clear that away. And then from here, we either swing with Anangrea on a small unit or we swing with Anangrea on a big unit. I am usually swinging the big unit with our Summoning, but in this case, because we are quite low already, I think we need a higher HP on our Ward unit, which is Summoning. So let's swing with Anangrea on the 4-2, leaving a nice healthy 5-4 to just tank some hits. That's gonna summon 2 1/1s that become 2 2s. And hopefully skipping the turn. Oh, okay. Very aggressive. Very nice top deck though. Looking Smart can deal with 2 units. Stormy Blast and Looking Smart can deal with 2 units. We have a line for playing Burgent, clearing that with the Onion, and then Burgent dealing damage on the 2-2. We are at a very, very low life already, and we will go down to 2, 4, 5, 6, down to 4 life. How are we supposed to deal with aggro? So let's swing here, let's deal with that, and evolve. We can also evolve our Burgeon 2. Swing at Prim. 1-1 doesn't do much, but let's swing as well just to get that extra spell boost, and we end the turn from here. We are going to be on 4 after this attack, unless buffs come in as well, which is even worse. Got no more space, buddy. Great. Okay, we'll take that trade happily. Now we get the onion patch. Lines up nicely. Now there's an argument here. We can either go Kuon and be on the defense, or attempt a looking smart to hit the ambush unit. But I think Kuon isn't too bad, to be fair. Kuon coming down here means that we can deal with a full board right now. Can swing there, actually. Yeah. Oh, should have swung at the 1-2, actually. But we are playing Kuon very aggressively now to stabilize. And then following this turn, if they have to deal with all of our units with their own units, then we should be able to clean up the board. Oof, scary. That has rush, okay. As long as they're dealing with our board and not developing their own board, we are in a good spot. They're on 7. They go up to 8. I don't think they have Storm at 8. They do have... what's his face? Albert on as a 6/6 with that. Thinking. What are we thinking about? Are we supposed to defend our board state? Is the question at the moment. So I think we play Anne and Greya. Do we draw? I don't think we do. I think we just skip the turn here, hope for the best, and then get to a dimension climb next turn. So next turn we go dimension climb into life gain, hopefully. Oof. If they play Albert now, we're dead. This has Storm. Painful. 6 to life. Ouch. Okay, okay. Let us regroup. We didn't have a lot of defensive cards in this game, though. So something to note, that maybe we need to even aggressively mulligan for our defensive cards. So that is something that we need to watch out for. Cool. Let's see. Test check. Is our audio okay? Looks good. We are now playing against Portalcraft. First, we need to figure out if they are artifacts, puppets, or hybrids. We should be able to see it in the next 3 turns. For now, let's mulligan everything. We want early action. And we have one piece of early action, and that's it. Let's see if this is going to be enough to deal with whatever they are going to be bringing to the table. Okay, we drew Kuon, which is not great. We need a 1 cost, 2 cost as well. But Stormy Blast does help. So that is a puppet creator, so they're either hybrid or pure puppets. UD is played in puppets, I think. From here, do we play Sage Light Teachings? I think we can Stormy Blast UD. Our first Stormy Blast pumped our second one, which means that's gonna line up well against our opponent's 3 cost, 3 life unit. They now have a 2-1. Do we have an answer to that? Not really. Although, we have an opportunity here to play Sage Light Teachings to generate Earth Sigils. There's not a lot of threat happening at the moment. Plus, we engage it once to go up to 5. And then we can use our second Sage Light to wipe the board with whatever comes down this turn. So something to take note of. Whiteboard. Hello! Burgent rejected Artie's perfect top deck for this turn. Now we have an Onion forever for this game, which is nice. So let's swing there. This one, let's swing there as well. Just to have extra spell boosts. We do get an Onion every turn from this point forward. This refreshes next turn, so let's use that to engage our Earthright Sigil. Synchronous Hearts gets 2 puppets. One is a 6-1, the other is a 1-6 ward. Okay. I see you. William can deal with both, to be fair. That is strong, 6-1. So let's deal with both. With our William, that looks good right there. We end the turn here. We are aggressively controlling the board because that's going to be good for us if we are able to set up for a big turn for 9 and 10. And we can only do that if we do control the board as aggressively as possible. So that is what we are gunning for. We want to be at a healthy life. Play back-to-back Kuons if we draw them from 9 and 10 to just go from 20 to 10 to 0. And that is our game plan. Unless they are aggressively swinging at life like how they are doing at the moment. Ouch. Onion. Onion is doing its thing. There is 1 unit at the moment, so I think it is worth a Kuon. Right now, we save our other play point though. So let's clean that up. Let's play a Kuon down. Let's super evolve Kuon and deal with Odin Twilight Fate. They'll have to deal with the full board. And Puppet Craft does not have much except for Orcus to clean up. And if they do that, we are happy with that. Because that means that is pressure not going to our life. So that is going to be our game plan. Come on, drop down your thingies. There's Orcus. Super evolving means Orcus goes here. 1-6 goes to our 4-5. 3-3s either go to life or to our units. Life. Scary. Life is quite scary. Indeed. So here, I think we just clean up again with our Onion. William can come in and clean the board as well. From here, we need to go back to a healthy life total. So I think we use the play point for Sage Light Teachings to go back up to 9. Orcus can deal up to 8 damage if they have another Orcus. So that's good for us. That means with this line, they don't reach our life. They can bring us down to 1, but if they do that, then we can stabilize potentially. Interesting. Puppet is coming down. What for? Why are you playing your puppet? You can use Sylvia to clean up. deal with all of our units. If you super... Oh, they decided to just normal evo, keeping the super evolve ready for something else. Okay, we have Blaze Destroyer. Let's start with the Foresight and draw something. We can Looking Smart here as well, buffing our other thingies. Stormy Blast will go up. Dimension Climb. Thinking let's go for where we have to play a lot of cards, so we are gonna go fast a bit. Yep. Pascal's Dance. Stormy Blast is on 4. 5. That is gonna be on 5. We can Seraphic here, but there's no space. So we go for that. We Dimension Climb now to get something to deal with that. And we do get it, which is very nice as well. Let's Look Smart. Let's Foresight. Play a Norman, gain 4 life. Evolve Norman to gain 4 life again. And we are stable from here. Power of Norman. 17 life. We'll take it. What is that? Zway, summon a Victoria, which is this, which creates a wide board. Okay. We have something to deal with that. We do have Kuon as well. And we can clean up quite nicely here if we wanted to go very, very wide. Thinking we can end the game from 14 potentially. We will need our opponent to be on, our demonic call to be on 0, which we do not have at the moment. So I think we swing with the Onion just to spell boost our hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from here we play Kuon, that goes down to 0. Can clean that up. I think we just play Kuon aggressively now. If we play Kuon here, what happens is we get the 10-10 and we get a bunch of zeros. And then we use all of our cards in hand to deal with the board. So we swing there, we swing 10 there. Let's play the demon, let's play both. Let's swing there. And we have a 6-6, a 10-10, a 3-1, an 8-6. And to clean this up, they need Orcus Super Evolve, which will mean that they would have nothing to threaten us with life-wise. So this is quite nice. Ouch. An easy clear for our 10-10. They cleaned our board again. Norman's here though. That's good. Thinking, what do we do? I think we start with the Seraphic Tidings, draw cards, set up nicely. We drew an Anangrea, which is quite solid as well. Plus, we can play Pascal's Dance and Witch's New Brew. No, we can't. We wanted to play both so that we can generate Earth Sigils for a big pop. But I don't think we can. So let's start with Witch's New Brew. Foresight. Anangrea. Blaze Destroyer. Dimension Climb here, because we need something to deal with the 8-8. And we got it. Let's swing there. Deal with that. Let's play a William down. A Pascal's Dance. And let's do that. We are going to go up to Earthright 10. That means Pascal is going to be dancing to buff up everyone. 8, 8, 16, 12, 10, 10. And from here, we win. That is the power of Pascal's dance at an opportune moment, folks. We won against Portalcraft, another tier S deck, using Pascal's dance on our units on the board. Very good to see. Cool. Next game. I like the interactions and the extra power level that Pascal's dance brings to the table. It is quite slow in the sense that it takes a while to set up. We had to use Sagelight Teachings as well to generate 4 Earth Sigils to go from there. So that is rough as well. Swordcraft, okay. Let's throw away everything and just keep Anne and Greya. We need early aggression from 1 to 4. No early aggression from our side to deal with the board. We do get Pascal's Dance and Seraphic Tidings. So we have something to do on 2 and 3. Not the best. It is a bit slow though, which is good for us. Seraphic draws 2. From here we draw 2. Looks good. Pass the turn. Next turn we can clean up the... We can't. Next turn we should Sage Light potentially to generate Earth Sigils or... Thinking. This is gonna be a lot of pain. We should have maybe Earth Sigil engaged last turn so that we have 3 for this turn for Sage Light board wipe. But we don't, and that's okay. We can either heal up by 2, go back to 20. Not the best, not the worst as well. Or we generate a lot of sigils. 3, 4, 5. This is a lot of damage in the coming turn. With the evolution, this is gonna be painful. So I think we can start with a Foresight. Norman, let's restore 4 health. Going back up to 20. Because we are gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage this turn. Ouch. Down to 12. We are still okay. We are at Anne and Greya range now, which is good. And we should be able to deal with their whole board, which is also nice. We play Anne and Greya here, followed up by dealing 3 there. Doing there. I'm thinking. I think this lines up better. And then we play a Demonic Call, deal with that. Another Demonic Call, deal with that again. And our third Demonic Call, deal with that. And then we play this. And we are stabilized. Very aggressive lines from us. We now have a 6-4, a 5-3, a 3-1, and an 8-6 against an empty board. Amelia with extra play points. 3, okay. Evolving Fildao. You can pop 1. Great. That means we are left with our 2 units. And we can also Norman here if we wanted to. There's an option to clean up as well. Thinking. I think cleanup is the play, to be fair. Let's look smart and deal 2 damage first. See where it goes. And from there we can play Anne and Greya. Evolve Anne and Greya to deal 2. We can evolve Norman as well, save that evolution, but I don't think we need to. I'd rather we be as aggressive as possible now, while they are a bit unstable in terms of their board state, because they have to deal with our 6-4, our 6-6, and our 3-1. So we are capitalizing on the stability that Anangrea provides by dealing with 3 units at a time. Plus we had triple Demonic Call to wipe out the board as well. So those are the lines of play for this game that we are taking advantage of. Hopefully that gets us to victory. Let's see. Okay. They've dealt with most of our units, but not all of it, which is big, because it always leaves us with something to swing with. Quite powerful. So we can play Norman if we wanted to, but now is a good time, I think, to play William. But before that, let's draw a card with Witch's New Brew and see what we can get. So not much. From here, we play William. That means we lose our board wipe, though. That is something to take note of. That if we play William, we have nothing to deal with a wide board from this turn forward. I think it is worth it, though. To be fair, we can swing here because from this point, we are just waiting to get to 10. So we need to survive. We do have Norman for life gains. That's not much, which is good for us. Kuon, hello. Kuon's great because Kuon can end the game for us. Thinking what to do here. I think what we want to do at this point is stabilize for next turn. And to do that, we need Norman ready to go ham. So I think we play Norman, we restore 4 defense, and we need to draw into cards that can stabilize us for next turn. So I think we super evolve William to draw 3 cards, which is huge. Boom. And we drew into these cards. We can Stormy Blast Geno, or deal with it with Norman as well, if we wanted to. We can leave the 2 1/1s on board and aggressively draw into something we need. Let's deal with that first before we run out of time. Let's Witch's New Brew here. Norman, hello. That is good again for us. So let's play a Foresight, draw a card, Sage Light Teachings, and great. We've got the cards to stabilize for next turn to set up for our turn, play point turn, which is good. You give us 2 knights. I think this thing is whenever we play a unit, it cannot attack followers or leaders until the end of your opponent's turn. But if we pop that, then it was as if nothing happened, which is great. So let's start with the Foresight and draw a card. We want to buff up Stormy Blast first. And we should be able to Stormy Blast one thing here. That will pump up our other Stormy Blast. And from here, we will be able to put down a unit. That is on 3. Or they don't have any super evolves anymore. So Albert can't really pressure us that much. So I think playing a Norman to gain 4 life is a good call. And from here, we have all of these units in play that our opponent now has to deal with. Plus, we have the Kuon Super Evo line to deal 11 damage to end the game in the following turn. So that is what we are after. Not anymore because they have a wide board, sadly. We drew a William though. Quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Thinking, what is our line here? Homework time is on 3. Don't have much to play with. William can deal 1 damage to everything. Thinking hard. We couldn't Kuon anymore because that leaves us with an empty board. A 10-10 that if they deal with that, we have nothing else. So I think we play Kuon here as a wide board play. And then from here, we clean up. Swinging there. Swinging there as well. Thinking, I think we actually do super evolve. That means both of us are out of super evolutions. But this means that we empty their board and pressure life. We still have a Ruler of Cositus play if we wanted to on 10. Oof. This is okay because this is all happening while we have 2 Williams in hand, which means the spell boosts are gonna apply to our Williams, which means we have a ton of board wipes at the moment. Great. While gaining back our life, how many cards do we have? 10. We have 10 cards remaining. Good to know. We can still use and capitalize on our 10 cards. Let's see. Let's start with looking smart and drawing 2. Dealt 2 there. From here, I think we just gain back our lost life. Bring in William to a healthy 7 and 8. So let's play one of them. Clean up here. And end the turn. If they don't have an answer to William, then we just swing at life. Which means they need to play ward units. Which also means that they can't be aggressive against us. And we win against Swordcraft this time. Very nice indeed. Very powerful indeed. Devon Patrick Santos Cabrera. GG's. GG's, brother. Good game right now. And let's proceed. 2-match win streak. Let's see how high we can bring our win streak to. We've super evolved 500 times. Wild. We started how long ago? Maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks in playing this game. So we are enjoying the game, actually. It is quite intuitive and it capitalizes on our XP from Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone as well. Mirror match. Okay. Mirror match is now very slow, so I don't think we want Stormy Blast at all. We are going second, which is the worst position of the two, because they are able to Ruler of Cositus into a Dimension Climb, into an Astaroth's Reckoning to bring our life to 0. While if we do that, Dimension Climb only brings us to 9 if we were on 9 play points and we use 1 up. So that is something to take note of, that we can't go for the Ruler into Dimension Climb line. Oof, they have a 2-2. And we threw away our Stormy Blast, hoping that it's a slow game. I'm still thinking it's a slow game, to be fair. We are gonna go down to a very low life total. Add, which is New Brew, to your hand. So our opponent is a heavily Earthright centric deck. While we are technically a hybrid, we have spell boosts here and there. But we also have the Witch's New Brew. So it's a question of which is gonna be the stronger line. Huh. That is a lot of Earthright. Thinking, what are our lines? We can either go for Burgent and leave a 2-2 in play, which I don't think is too bad. That could also bait them into evolving to swing at us. If they evolve one of these, they don't do much. They do pressure our life, but we have a lot of life gain anyway, and that's not how you win this matchup. So I think that is not too bad. Plus, we get the spell boost every turn from this point forward, so I think that is the line. Burgent gives us 2/1/1s to swing. Let's evolve Burgent. Getting our crest, and now we have an onion every turn from this point forward. They still have to deal with our Burgent as well. It's a question of, do you evolve swing, deal with Burgent, develop some small thing, or develop a big thing and leave Burgent on the board? That is the big question. And in gray line, okay. But the cool thing, we used to struggle with 4s when we play Anangrea. But now, because of the onion, we have exactly enough to deal with one of them. By going for that. Evolving. Actually, we don't necessarily have to evolve. We can leave the evolve as well for a Norman if we do draw it. We can play a Demonic Call. Go for that. But Demonic Call is also a line for us to win the game. We can play triple Demonic Call into Kuon and end the game from there. It's a matter of, do we want evolve now? I think we do. Just to apply a bit of pressure back and force our opponent to deal with our 6/6. At which point, I think the other line is to have a whiteboard here as well. And then from here, we need to gain back our life. So I think we will be Sage Lighting for HP. But before we do that, we should look smart, draw 2 first, and then gain life, and then go from there. If you are enjoying our stream and you are new to our channel, hit that like button and subscribe button. It is going to mean that you will be alerted for the next time we go live. We are going to go live on a regular schedule of 7 AM UK time. And then on weekends, we just go farther. On weekdays, we chill and go for a 2-hour stream. Here, this is going to be a deal 2, draw 2. Very powerful line. Norman! We found Norman, guys. So, I think we draw a card first. Drew into Stormy Blast, which is nice. Let's jam our Onion Patch into their 5/3. Just because we want to spell boost every turn without them being able to deal with our thingies. From here, we can gain 4 and Stormy Blast, which I think is a good call. We need to go back up. Deal with that. And from here, I think we end the turn. Next turn, we highly likely go for Witch's New Brew into Norman. Or if they play Kuon, then we play our own as well. Okay, Angrea. Interesting. We have a Norman to deal with that. We also have Stormy Blast. To be honest, we just Stormy Blast that and call it a day from there. Quite interesting indeed. I think we let our Onion Patch go. We Stormy Blast Anangrea here, I think. And then we develop a board with Norman. Norman can also restore 4, but is 4 relevant enough for us, is the question. I think a Guardian Golem is much better. Just having a 3/3 that has barrier as well. Why does it have barrier? Oh, Norman gives it barrier. Means that they have to deal with both of these while we are setting up. Ooh, we don't have that. Select 2 enemy followers on the field and destroy them. Does barrier stop the destruction? It does not. Through a stormy blast. Nice. William can deal with the 8-8. And then next turn we can go ham with Kuon. Last words, Earthright, summon a Lilanthem. That's gonna be in play forever. It is gonna be a 5-5 though, which they'd need to super evolve again. Which we don't mind, to be fair. So let's play a William now. Thinking. We could play a Stormy Blast here and a William as well, because if next turn we are going for the Kuon into reshuffling our hand, well, we want to redraw Stormy Blast if that happens. So I think we play William just to bring Lilanthem to a lower life. Lower attack and defense. I think that's the line. So we go for that. Becomes a 5-5. And eats 2 Earthrights. Is good. Very interesting though. Earthright Runecraft has a lot of potential going for it. May kita ba dyan, Sir Reg? Question of Gosho Aoyama. Is there any earnings in this game? There is, in the form of tournaments, brother. There are a lot of big tournaments, especially that the game is very new. So there are 1.5k tournaments happening next week. And so there are 2 tournaments next week. And there is the 100 million yen from Japan. So that's another one. Ouch. How do we deal with this board? So I think at this point we have to go for it. So we play Kuon now. Get our dimension climb ready. We go for that as well. Let's reshuffle our hand. Draw good thingies. Did we draw good thingies? Doesn't look like it, sadly. So let's clean that up. Play our demonic call. Swing there. Thinking at what our next line is. I think we actually do play the Kuon again. Yeah. We have to deal with the 8-8. Oof. They deal with our board and deal damage to face. We have 15 in total. Is that enough? What is that? What does that do? Wow. They got us, folks. Ouch. Painful. Very painful. So I think one of the lines that we have to change now is we keep the Stormy Blast in our hand, because Earthright Runecraft seems to have an aggressive early game as well. So we have to take note of that. They spammed 2-2s into 2-2s, which actually costed us a lot of life. Alright, Abysscraft is a very aggressive deck, so we are gonna have to mulligan aggressively into removal. Is Demonic Call a good keep? I'm not sure. We have a 3 and a 4 and a 7. So I think we throw away all of it, hoping to draw into 1 costs, which is nice. We still need to draw into removals, which we don't have. So let's start with a Witch's New Brew, and we got the removal. Great, we can deal with a 2-2. The 2-2 comes down, we immediately deal with that. Or we pop a 1/1. Thinking, oh, this was a Stormy Blast. Okay, that was great. So, at which point I think we need to deal with anything that comes down immediately, especially if we are going to be drawing 2 cards with Seraphic Tidings next turn. That means we are going to be taking a hit now. This adds a skeleton to our hand. Thinking. We don't really have a turn 4 play anyway, so Seraphic could still be used on turn 4, so I think we Stormy Blast here and engage and end the turn. Next turn, if we have nothing, so be it. We will be forced to take this hit. Yep, we have nothing. And then from here, we either generate an Earth Sigil or we draw a card. We did draw an Anangrea, which is nice. But I think we should engage or foresight. Thinking. We've got a turn 5 play. Foresight still, I think, so that we get potentially a Dimension Climb for next draw, so that Anangrea's 3 spell boost matters. So that is something that we are after. No evolution. Okay, very conservative Abyss player. So let's play Anangrea here. Let's evolve to dish out damage to somebody. Yep. We could leave our opponent with a 1/1, I think. That's not too bad. And just clean up the 2/2s at this point. End the turn here. Next turn, we've got Norman into a heal. We can also do a double heal if we needed to. Norman heal plus barrier plus deal with a 4/3. I think that looks good. So we play a Norman. Go back to 20. Evolve Norman. That is going to give us a Guardian Golem. 3/3 ward barrier. So they have to deal with that. And then we swing there. And we are in a good board state again. We have Looking Smart plus Witch's New Brew to deal with the board. Mukan Shadow Crypt Ward. 5/5 evolve. Gives it Bane powerful. From here we should be able to draw 2. That looks good. We can play a Norman again if we wanted to, or wipe the board with William. Thinking hard, we have triple William in hand, so that's a bit too much. So I think we should use one to deal with the board. We save our super evos for something like a Kuon to stabilize for next turn. We are just waiting for something big to swing on. Like an Olivia plus a Devious Lesser Mummy. Okay, that's a lot of damage again to life. That is 5 to life. Plus 1, 6 life damage. Gotten the Foresight. Is very tall. William can deal with this, to be fair. And Kuan can come down next turn. Kuan can deal 6 damage plus 2. So Kuan can deal with that, but not with the 5/5. So I think we draw a card first with Witch's New Brew. We play Foresight to draw a card again. We play William to deal with the full board. And then we end the turn here. We've got a Norman to use as well. Sure. Or what are you doing? Super Evolve or just normal swing? Normal Evolve. So that's going to be 6 damage to life. Painful. Sage Light Teachings is big. Sage Light Teachings is huge, actually, because with this and Norman, we can deal with that and gain 12 life this turn, going back up to 19. So I think that is a line there. Let's gain 4. Let's gain 4 again. They are aggressively trying to gun us down, so let's climb back up aggressively as well. 8-8. Deal 1 damage. We are on equal footing, but if we are on equal footing at any point during the late game, we have the advantage because our opponent can only do so much. There you go. And then from here, we go for a Kuon line. I think a Kuon line, so they can play a unit that has Bane and just deal with our 10-10. But I think what we are after at this point is the fast 10 damage that a super evolution can provide. Something like that. It would be a waste though, to be fair. Huh. Thinking. We are just gonna be wasting 1 damage. Plus a clear on one of the units. But it pressures them, brings them down to 9. If they don't have a Bane unit, then we are safe. They have to deal with the 10-10. It puts a lot of pressure on them. So that is something nice that we are doing at the moment.
Dream, a careful deception.
5-9. Huh. Interesting. Let's start with Foresight to draw a card. I think for Kuon, we are going to be going wide for this one. Because we are after pressure now. Wide pressure. So let's start with that. And set up nicely, leaving the 5-9 there. They still have to deal with all of our thingies, so that's good. We have triple dimension climb in hand. Why is... Okay, that is a big board state. And we are on 9. No more super evos, so now is a good time to stabilize. Let's play William. Dish out a lot of damage to the board. We could heal up as well if we wanted to, which I think is the correct line here. Drop that, and then we end the turn from here. Next turn, we go Demonical, Blaze Destroyer, Dimension Climb, draw a bunch of cards, play whatever we can draw from there, and stabilize again. We are still not stable at this point. We've gained 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 life already. We are always on the brink. Interestingly. Wow. One-tailed fox. Rush Ward. Ruler of Cositus. Hello. Huh. Do we want the ruler then? I don't think we necessarily do. Because we need to deal with that huge board. With our thingies. Oof.
I give up.
Huh. Gonna be a huge Insetsu.
I'll handle this. The clouds won't know what hit 'em. The spark of knowledge. On to the next round.
We need something.
May wings be at your back. The clouds won't know what hit 'em.
Okay, do we die from 9? I don't think we do, to be fair. Huh. The countdown stacks when you play Pascal's Dance? 9, 10, 11, 12. Are they using this to clean the board up? Okay. 9 to life or 9 to unit? I think you go 9 to life. Just attempt to end us. But the good thing is, we've got the ruler line, so we play the ruler here. And then we play a Blaze Destroyer just to empty our board. We play a Dimension Climb from here. Draw 5 Apocalypse cards, 5 cool Apocalypse cards, and we drew 4 out of 5. We drew something else though. Demon of Purgatory can deal 6 damage to 2 things. This is quite good. And then this can deal with that. And then from here, we can play out an Aningrea and have an extremely wide board. We are on 8, so we can just lose to like triple 3 damage this turn. But they do have to deal with the ward unit if they wanted to attack life with units of their own. And we win versus Abysscraft. We gained 20 plus life, and we stabilized until we got there for the win. That is how we are playing Earthright Runecraft versus Abysscraft at the moment. And so far, looks like it is working. Ooh. Swordcraft, okay. Foresight. We are going first, so a card draw is not bad. We can start ticking up homework time, but I don't think that helps really. We want stuff to deal with the board. So I think we keep Foresight. Draw into good things. Did we draw into good things? We drew into something. We have a 1, a 2, and a 3 play. Not the worst, not the best. Draw. And turn, we are also ticking down Demonic Call, which is good. It means we can get a 3/3 with the rush soon. 4/2. Okay, that is a problem. We can either draw 2 now, which I think we should, to get good stuff for 4. Didn't really get much. So next turn we are going to be playing Demonic Call. Swinging at the 2/3, I think. Thinking. Demonic Call can deal with this unit. Leave us with a 3/1, which they still have to deal with as well. Or they ignore, evolve, dish out 6 damage, bringing us down to 10, which we don't mind, to be fair. Swordcraft doesn't have a lot of storm except for Albert on 9 or 5. Okay, that is scary. We do have an answer for this though, which is nice. We can play 1 Witch's New Brew, draw a card, get another Sigil, and use Sage Light's teachings to deal 4 damage to everything, wipe the board up, and now we are stable enough, at least at this point. If they play units, we've got William.
Stay for a picnic.
If they don't play a lot of units, then we heal up with Norman. Okay. Interesting. Evolving. But we don't really mind an evolution if we are going to be dealing with a board like that. We'll happily take that free evolution right there. Thank you. Amelia. Are you going to create a wide board, Amelia? Oh. Ooh, Anne and Greya is nice. Anne and Greya can clean up the board, while Norman can heal us back up. Question is, do we need the heals now? Or do we rather create a stronger board with Anne and Greya? I think it is the latter, to be fair. So let's start with the Witch's New Brew, just so that that is there. Hello! Hello, Stormy Blast. We can play Anne and Greya. Our line just changed because we drew Stormy Blast. Why? Because we can deal with that and Stormy Blast that without having to use our evolution, which means we can save it for Norman to draw 3 if we wanted to, or spell boost with William. So we have a lot of lines by drawing into Stormy Blast. Plus, they have to deal with these units as well. We have to take note, though, that they can end us. Oof. This is a lot of barrier units. Very scary indeed. We can't really heal up here. So I think we start with the looking smart. Just remove a barrier from one of them. Of course. It had to go to the irrelevant hit. So I think we should have Williamed first, to be fair. But then it would have gone here, potentially. And we'd be stuck with nothing again. So let's deal with that. Then from here we evolve and swing once there. That is such a wide board, though. Pascal's Dance. That's something. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they play Albert, we're not done over just yet. So that's good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, Exactsies. Exactsies with aggression. Painful. It was that 2-cost attack. If that hit something from here, we'd have been better. We'd have been in a much better position. But it's okay, it's part of the game. We deal with what happens and move forward from there. No problem at all. We are going second.
Medium rare or well done.
Those ephemeral dreams. I'll bind them together.
Demonic Call Kuon, we throw that away. Portalcraft, we are going second. That means having a removal spell early matters, but I think having Witch's New Brew is not too bad, especially if we have cards like Sage Light, Teachings, and Norman if we need a board wipe. Cool, no pressure yet. That is good for us. Let's see what happens from here. Let's Foresight and draw a card. Engage here, ending the turn, and then we draw a card. We draw 2 cards with homework time, I think, next turn. We have a lot of Gears of Ambition now. And we should be set up to play Aningrea to deal with whatever board state comes down for the next turn. Let's see, we have to take note of that Artifact Catapult. Whatever they summon gets destroyed at the end of turn. So that is important to take note of. Let's see. Aningrea is here. So let's play it. Swing there, end the turn. And then for the next turn, there is also a line to play Norman on the next turn, if we wanted to. But we don't really want to leave a 2/2 on the board. So let's go for the Aningrea line. Thinking how we should deal with this. I think we just swing like that. And end the turn from there, saving our evolutions for Norman. For the mid game. Bullet, we'll take it. Glad we didn't evolve at that point. Our opponent can go for 13 damage immediately because they are an artifact build. Something we do need to take note of. But I think we can go for the very wide Pascal's Dance line. So we just engage, get our Earth Sigils from Sage Light, and that's it, really. Not much else to do from here. Slow burn line is what we are going for. And then we can attempt a Pascal's Dance on the mid game. On a Kuan, something like that. Something that generates a huge board with a lot of damage. Hello. Which is new brew. That ends at end of turn. Good to know. 5, 6, 7. Thinking. Okay, we can go extremely aggressive next turn with a Pascal's Dance. To do that, we need to set up a huge turn, which means we go for that. We can Stormy Blast here. We play Aningrea Demonic Call into Pascal's Dance next turn. This is gonna draw 2 cards, so I don't think we want to do that. Do we want to do anything else? Not really, so let's end the turn there. And we are gonna be going for the Pascal's Dance line, folks. This should be a fun one versus Artifact Portal Craft. Stay tuned and check it out. Odin, sure. 6 damage to life. We'll take it, no problem at all. And now we dance. Step 1, let's play Aningrea. Let's evolve Aningrea. Deal 3 damage there. Why are we doing this? It's mainly because we want to maximize the double damage, the double stat line that we are going to be getting. But does that mean we want a trade here? I think we play a Demonic Call. And then we play the Pascal's Dance at this point. We either swing or ignore, but I think we should swing. And then when we end the turn here, Pascal's is gonna trigger, and now we have a 12-12 and a 6-6. They'll have to bullet time or play something with Bane like Orcus to deal with our board, which hopefully they do not have. If they are heavily on the artifact build, then their 8 cost is the Raimi, which gives them a lot of artifacts. Oh wow, Odin is gonna deal with something immediately.
Let's do this together.
Life or trade? They go for the trade. Okay, we'll take it. Another Pascal's Dance. That's gonna give us Earth Sigils, which we like. We are not against Earth Sigils at all. Let's start with us, Seraphic Tidings, and draw 2 cards. Anangrea, hello there. From here, we could play an Anangrea and set up for a Ruler of Cositus on the... not next turn, actually. The turn after that, sadly. We can start with Anangrea, to be fair. Play the Blaze Destroyer out and end the turn from here. This is not too bad. And then for the next turn, we go for Pascal's Dance, generate another Earth Sigil, play out a Norman, gain the 4 life, evolve, gain another 4 life, deal with the board, and set up for Dimension Climb on 10. That is really good for us. We should be good. Let's see if we are going to get there. This is going to deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. They are trying to end the game potentially next turn. I think that's why this artifact came down. Because with a 10-10, they can deal 10 damage plus 3, 13 damage total. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think they are just trying to go for it. Great draw for us. This would bring Demonic Call to 0, which means we should be able to play that out. So we are gonna go for Foresight, draw a card. Ooh, another great draw. But we need to go back up in life. So I think we dance. Engage to generate 1 Earth Sigil. Use the play point, play out Norman, gain 4 life, using one of our Earth Sigils. Evolving Norman to trigger it again to gain another 4 life, back to 16. So their line was to bring us down to 10, and with our own play, we got to a range where they can't reach us anymore, so they have to go back to the drawing board. That is going to give us a lot of time to set up for our win con on 10. We are now an even 16-16. We have lethal on board with our own super evolution, so they have to deal with our board. Instead of going for the 10 cost 10-10 and the game, they have to attack our units. So we are now in a much better position than before because of Norman. Very important unit.
It's okay to feel sad.
Can attack 2 times per turn. Okay, no problem at all. Because we can end the game at this point. How do you do that? For those unfamiliar with our set 1 combo, we play a Ruler of Cositus here. And then with Dimension Climb, because our deck is now the Apocalypse deck, we have a chance to draw Astaroth's Reckoning, which we did not draw. Although, we have Silent Rider in our hand. So, we have to go the hard way. Draw cards, play out the Silent Rider, pop something with Stormy Blast, play Dimension Climb, see what we top deck from here. Do we get a powerhouse? We do. Let's play it out. And then from here, we have 2 10-10 storms that can deal with our opponent's maximum of 20 life to end the game. That is how we win off of the Ruler of Cositus combo.
Victory is mine.
There are other lines like Astaroth's Reckoning plus a Super Evo plus a Swing to deal 1 damage. There is also a setup of playing the 5/5s to deal 6 damage to 2 followers plus player, and then doing it again because you can play 2 and then do the Dimension Climb to look for something. It's highly likely in the next 2 draws after you play a Ruler of Cositus Dimension Climb, you win the game. So that is what we are going for whenever we go for that line. Forest Craft. Okay, very interesting.
Or well done.
My resolve is
Combo deck, so let's throw away all of our slow cards. We still need to prevent fast aggression. Turn 1, turn 2. Looks good. Our hand looks good. Come one, come all. Welcome to our stream. We are playing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Currently at A2 Diamond, playing ranked, and after this we will be going for our tournament run, hopefully going for a 3-0 to get maximum prizes. We should be doing that shortly. So we are just practicing and climbing ranked at the moment. Pascal's Dance. But maybe we can go for it for the next games. Actually, it's not bad. I think we are positioned well enough. We haven't played a lot of, for example, this Forestcraft, but we have played a lot of Abysscraft and a lot of Swordcraft as well. We haven't played a lot of Havencraft, to be fair, which I was anticipating to be one of the stronger decks as well. I'm not sure why. Either it is too expensive to build, or people realize that maybe it's not S tier, maybe it's more of an A tier setup. So that is something interesting to find out. Let's see, what do we do here? Let's start with card draw with Witch's New Brew. Drawing a Kuon and then a Foresight as well. From here, we can either engage our Witch's New Brew or play the Foresight to draw another card. I think we'd rather engage because for next turn, we'll want to engage again and then use Sagelight Teachings to wipe the board, which is important in this matchup so that we don't go down to lethal too quickly. They might attempt to just have a very wide board now, which is what is happening at the moment. Huh. So cool. For here, let's engage Witch's New Brew. And then from here, let's Sagelight Teachings and deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. That looks good.
of knowledge.
And then we have a clear board. We do not have a lot of life. 14 is very reachable with our opponent's
Awaken.
Rhinoceroch. From here, we can do a Witch's New... Oh, actually, we can Anne and Grey, but there's nothing to clear. So I think we draw into our life gains. We could play Seraphic, but that means we will have too many cards in hand. So let's not. Let's just chill. Garden's Allure, sure. And that is draw cards, right? Draw 2 cards. If you fuse to this card, draw 2 instead. Strong.
You're in the splash zone, pal.
What's next? Baby carbs. Okay. So from here, we can go wide with Anangrea plus Demonic Call, deal with that, which is not bad, to be fair. That does sound promising. We should go for it.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, man.
We can evolve as well, which I think is not too bad, because what we are going for is having a wide amount of life. when they play Glade, they'd have to. It's random. They deal X damage, where X is the number of cards in their hand, which means if we have a lot of defense across the board, they have to spread it in a way that potentially leaves us with a lot of units to pressure life next turn. So I think that is our line of play. We do need life gain though. 14 is not the healthiest of life totals. And they can potentially combo off us at 8. Oh, Glade isn't random. I didn't know. It deals enough damage before going to the next from left to right. I did not know that, my friend. Very interesting to know. Okay, that changes. But, okay, we can't play around that though, right? Because we can't position our units on the left anyway. It's not like Hearthstone where you decide where you place your units. It just always goes to the right. So something like Anne and Grea, the Anne would always go down from a Glade. Unless you played something before you played the Anne and Grea. Like for example, yeah, is dependent on the order you place them. So if we play Kuon, then Kuon is the one that gets hit first by Glade. Very, very relevant, to be fair. I did not know that at all. Huh. Okay. Good to know. Thank you for that. Cool. Alright, let's deal with the board. Let's play a Kuon. Let's evolve here. And then from here, let's deal 6 damage to that. Should be good. And then let's take out that 1/1. And then between the two, there is an argument to keep one of them. Just because they still have to go through our 4/5 anyway. So let's play that out and then end the turn there. So if they play Glade, it's only gonna go to Kuon, leaving our 4/5. That actually works out to our advantage, knowing that as well. Like, we know that Glade can't deal with a 4/5, which means we can take care of this 4/5 better. Things like that. Good to know. Unless they don't run Glade anymore. Let's see. Olivia. Olivia. What are you doing to us, Olivia? Olivia means they can super evo something, potentially. What? Carbuncle? That would be scary. Gaining the play points. Developing a whiteboard. We do not want that to happen. Bale, okay. 4 damage, we'll take it. So the super evo means 2 more damage is gonna head our way. Not the worst. We still have William to just wipe out all of these. Lambent. Huh. What are we thinking about? Can we wipe the board while drawing cards? I don't think we can, sadly. Which means our line has to be William. And hope that they don't have the combo to end us next turn. We don't have enough for Dimension Climb as well. So that's out the picture. We can go Anne and Grea, reduce this to 6. Can Anne and Grea deal with the board is the question. 6 on 1. 3 damage. We can, but that loses our whole board. So I think we play a William out. Deal with all of that with William. Spell boosting William means we can play out Demonic Call as well. Let's swing there first, which I think is our line, actually. Because next turn is the turn that we are going to be attempting to go back to 10 life. Oh, to 10 play points. Unless they end us now. Looks like they are. Looks like they are going for the end. We have other lines then. If they are going for it. We needed a life gain. So Seraphic to gain life. Roach. And another one. Ouch. Yeah.
All burnt out.
Didn't really have much to deal with that. Sure, no problem. We'll take it. Our mulligans. Could we have improved our mulligans? Oh, we're back to Sapphire. Sad times. Forestcraft took us away. So, now, let's have a change of pace and play the tournament. Let's jump into the lobby and play the tournament. So we go for F5. Lobby tournament. We can play it now, right? 12 noon. 6 p.m. July. Oh, we can't. It's only between 12 noon and 6 p.m. I see. So we can't. We have to do it later on today. Might be doing it off stream then. Which means we just practice ranked further. We could play ranked from here as well. So let's play ranked further and see where we can improve on in terms of practice. Do we want stuff like what we saw from that other Runecraft deck of the 2-cost aggressive cards? Like the one that creates a Witch's New Brew and the one that gives us an Earth Sigil.
Or well done.
Things to think about.
Why limit yourself?
Homework time, let's keep that. We are going second again, which means Kuon is our out. We have something to deal with their board now in the form of homework time. So even if, for example, we don't draw into good stuff, we still should be okay to deal with their board. We don't have any dimensions climb though, something to take note of. We do now. Alright, let's draw a card. End the turn here. From here, we go Foresight into Stormy Blast if they have a 2-2. If not, we just place Foresight. Generate our Earth Sigil. We are still figuring out if our opponent's build is like ours or if it is full Earth Sigil. Okay, that's totally different. I'm not sure what build runs Apollo. But let's deal with Apollo first. Ah, should have drawn first with Witch's New Brew actually. Not punished. Great. So we are going to be setting up for a 10-cost Kuon line, followed by another 10-cost Kuon. So the thing is, in the mirror match, the 10-cost Kuon prevents anything from ending you except for Astaroth's Reckoning, which you can't really play around. From here, I think we go for a draw 2 with homework time. Nothing else. Play. Thinking. We also have Sage Light, generate Earth Sigils. And then have it ready for a big Pascal's once we draw into that. Could be the line. Or let's draw 2 first. Let's just maximize our cards in hand, setting up for a huge turn in the future. Burgent. We also have Burgent, but we don't have it at the moment in hand, which is rough.
Again, but not for good.
Burgent means they have a 1/1 with spell boost forever until the end of the game. Norman can set up well, sadly. Anne and Greya can clear the board, which I think is our line here. We play Anne and Greya.
Right behind you, man.
Use the 1 play point, that's gonna get refreshed anyway. Play the Demonic Call out. Buff up Anne and Greya. deal 3 there. And then thinking we either trade this and then go 1 and 1. Would be the line. Not looking bad. You don't really need the 5/5 here. Protect things. So thinking that's definitely going there. It's just a question of do we trade and keep the 3/3 and the 6/5? I think we do actually. Next turn we can Norman into draw 3 if we needed to. Homework time goes up to 5 if we play something out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stormy Blast. Okay. I see you. Barrier is a pain to deal with, to be honest. We have a line of going Norman, double Golem into double Earth Sigil into 2 barriers with double the stat line. That's very interesting to build up to be honest. So let's gain 4 Earth Sigils. Looks good. We can draw 2 now. Could have drawn 2 back as well. Not punished again. Earth Sigil is at 10. Pascal can go wild. So we need 12 in total. 2 from Norman.
To the edge of what's known. Get lost.
This board isn't too bad. We are okay with this board actually. We have William at 2. William is at 2. Why is William at 2? If this is the board, then we need Kuon Super Evolve to deal with all of this. So I think that is gonna be our line.
The edge of what's known. Get lost.
Super Evolution.
Crawl like the vermin you are.
4, 2, 6, 3, 2. Yep. 2, 3, 6 there.
Into the night.
4 there. We're not going face because we are after the 10 cost ruler line, which actually does not deal. The Astaroth sets your life to 1, so it doesn't matter really if you are going for from 19 or 20 or 15, if that's the line you are going for. Ooh, next turn we can go for the Pascal's dance line with double barrier. There's no opening though. Our opponent just keeps having a whiteboard. Ooh. Okay. Demonic Call to deal with that, sure. Blaze Destroyer, that means we are going for the William line. No, we're going for the William line no matter what. 100% now. So here, let's go up to 18. Play the William out. Deal with the full board. Huh. Thinking. Do we go for the Norman line now? Or wait? I think it is worth a wait. I mean, playing the Blaze Destroyer now or playing the Blaze Destroyer for the Norman line. I think we should wait. We're gonna be setting up a huge... Okay. Cool. Just threw away the cards. Dimension Climb. That's good for us. That means they don't have the Ruler 9, the Ruler 10 play. Sure. One again. Painful. Don't have an answer for that now, sadly. We do now. Stage Light deals 4 damage to everyone. And then Anne and Greya can deal with that. We lose our Norman line, but then again we're just going for the ruler play. So let's set up for that. Deal 4 to all enemies. We can also go for Burgeon. That looks good as well. Pressuring our opponent up. Brings our Dimension Climb exactly to 0. Show an onion as a distraction. Play this out. We lost our Pascal dance line, sadly. Oof. Do you still have it after Dimension Climbing? Wow. Okay. If they draw into Astaroths, then it's lights out anyway. If they don't, then we have the chance to do it. Doesn't look like it. Come on, come on. Yes! You are good. Skill diff. Let's go. Astaroths is nowhere in sight. Sure, we'll take that. Take 6. End the trade. Our turn, buddy. Ruler. Having all of these card draws is great as well. Dimension Climb. We also don't have it. Rough. We can clear the board though, which is great. We play a Demon of Purgatory. Deal damage to both of those. Swing. All the same. Ooh. We can double the stats of everyone. Does that matter? Engage. Swing there. Super Evolve. We want our lucky 13-13. Dishing out 1 damage there to 13 life. Playing these 2 out. And then let's do a dance. Boom! 26, 26, 18, 12, 26, 26. Deal with that, buddy. They can still end us. Nope, they can't anymore. They could have went... Oh, they still end us, sadly. Painful. Oof. 13-13 Storm. What can we do? They didn't have it last game, or they did. No, they didn't. They should have played it out if they did. So that's a top deck. If they top decked an Astaroths or the 13-13 Vanilla or Demon Purge that deals 6 to each, we'd have been okay. That was the only line. The only top deck they could have gone for. Painful. Forestcraft. Okay. I see you. I see you. Nope. 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 Pascal's dance is a bit too slow as well. We need 1 cost 2 damage Stormy Blasts, or that's it really. See, let's have a look. Okay, we drew Stormy Blasts, which means we can slow them down by just dealing 1 damage every time. That's good. Fairy Convocation, sure. Generate your fairies, buddy. We are still going to be dealing 1 damage to that. Are we? I think we are. There's not a lot of units that have 2 attack in Forestcraft. We just need to stem the early bleeding, stabilize on the mid game. We have Sage Lights as well. Sage Light, generate Earth Sigils, wipe the board later on. So no more units. Chillin'? Are you chillin'? Draw 2 is the line. We could have Sage Lighted here, but because we are after card draws for when we play Aningrea, we want something relevant to be spell boosted. So hopefully the next card drawn, that means we reach it because we drew 2.
You're in the splash zone, pal.
And then a lot of fairies. We are going to be dealing with that. Ooh. Hello, even stronger than Aningrea. This can deal with the almost all. With almost the full board. But now we have an onion from this moment forward that can deal with 1/1s that come down. If you evolve, we've got the heals, so we are okay. Cynthia. Give all allied pixie followers on the field +1/+0. Painful. Sure though, we will take those trades.
I'll get you next time. Coming through.
Now we have Aningrea. So this is great. Plus, we can generate an extremely... Oh no, we can't. I thought we could. This brings it to 1, but the rest of it is not enough. So, yep. 1. And then a trade here. Leaving us with a 4/4. We could evolve, deal 3. But I think this lines up better for us. Summon 3 copies. No, you're only evolving. So you get a 6/6. And nothing else. That is good for us. Thinking. Can start with card draw with Witch's New Brew, just because if we are gonna throw our onion patch there, we'd rather draw something first. So let's do that. Let's play out the demonic call. Thinking. I do think we use that here. And then let's generate a wide board with Norman. I think this is a good line. Oh, we can also draw 3 if we wanted to. That sounds much better. We have nothing. Basically, Sage Lights are a mulligan, and Sage Lights are a mulligan, and we have the Ruler, which is also a mulligan. So this is good for us, having a wide board. They have to deal with this board. This is really good for us. Triple Sage Light. If they super Evo and swing at one of our units, that will hit us for 1, at which point we can gain 4 with Sage Light Teaching. The other one we use for Earth Sigils, the other one we use for board wipe. Is that the line now? We are just maximizing. There's Glade. Deal X damage split between all enemy followers. X is the number of cards in hand. So there it is. That is what Antipathetic talked about. Dealing 5 damage first on the leftmost card. So I'm guessing if things don't really specify what they talk about, it's gonna look like that. Something quite important to know, actually. What is our line here? Let's start with a card draw, see what we get. We drew a Pascal's Dance. Scary times. We can still clear the board. It is gonna be a weird one though, which I think we need to go for, sadly. We deal damage like that. We play Sage Light, gaining 4 Earth Sigils, using the other one to wipe the board up, ending the turn from here. We are still in a good position. We still have 1 life gain to use. So we've done option 1 and option 3. We're now going to use option 2 next turn. Don't have a wide board, please. Oh, wow. That is an extremely wide board. Okay, Kuon helps here a lot. Kuon can clean up. So I think we should go for that. 7. Yep. Having the 4-5 there to block any attacks is big as well, so we should go for that. There's no more Super Evo as well. So let's swing there. Let's deal with the Roach. Gonna give us space to play our other Demonic Call. And swing twice there. Swing at life. Empty board. 6 life. Not the best of lives. But 5 cards in hand is not enough for a Roach combo. Unless they go for... What is that? I don't know the new stuff. Oh, another one. Gaining the crest that has Storm for your Pixie. Okay. What are you doing? Cool, we'll take it. So nothing for this turn. Now is the good time to heal up. Let's draw first. With Pascal's Dance. Oh, that's drawing at the end of turn, so not really drawing that. And then from here, we win. Boom. Stabilized versus Forestcraft. Very good to see. Now we continue on and play a few more games. Let's see where we're at. Hello. Okay, Abysscraft. This should be a fun one. It is gonna be aggro versus full control. Abysscraft, I think, is one of the tier S decks at the moment. Norman is here. We are going second. We have Double Witch's New Brew, which is gonna give us 2 Earth Sigils. We don't really need both. We need 1. And we just need to start generating Earth Sigils from the 1 we have. Ooh, we got a Stormy Blast. That is big. Witch's New Brew first. Let's draw cards, ending the turn. And that's what we will start engaging to gain Earth Sigils with for Norman. Cool. 2-2, no problem at all. Let's engage that. Let's deal 2 damage there and end the turn. So if you notice, we have an option to play Foresight to draw cards. But what we are after is at least 2 Earth Sigils for Norman to be a powerhouse on 6. Sage Light Teachings, that is interesting as well. Not really aligned for this turn at the moment, so let's use our Foresights now and engage again. On 3, that is very nice. Burgent coming down is gonna be crucial as well. Ooh, oh wow. This is aligning perfectly. Why? Because if we use our extra play point to play out Burgent, we get the 2 onion patches that have spell boost that can deal with that while generating our spell boost while keeping them alive. And if we evolve here, that is gonna deal with that Skelly as well. And we'll have a wide board from here. We're still at 20. No pressure whatsoever to our life. We just keep continuing with our board clear game plan. 4-4. Okay. Scary. This has last words, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Sure, this can swing at life now, that is great. This cannot, so I think we go, so, okay, this is random, that's totally random, okay. Good, no. This one, we let it go. Just to fire the spell boosts. From here, let's play Anne and Greya. Swinging at life. Let's deal with everything at this point. We want this to potentially eat the 4 damage, so let's keep that on board. Let's evolve to deal 3 there. And see, hopefully it goes to the 5-5. Boom. Nope. So here, let's clean up. And end the turn. Having a wide board to pressure with. No Super Evo in sight just yet. They had to use that. And I think we are in a good spot here. Still have to go through that first. That is good. And then this goes there, I guess. And then this here. Or the other way around. Same thing. The important thing for us is that we are at 20. Our opponent is going low fast as well. And we have a Norman line here. To summon a Guardian Golem. 3-3 barrier ward. Very powerful. And let's end the turn. They have to go through that first. Which in a way is much stronger. Oh no. Does that deal... Oh, okay. Sure. Medusa just wipes our board. So this goes there first. We have a line to go for game soon. So this one we either go face or to Medusa. I think we go face and let our 2-1 vanish from Kuon because we want to be as aggressive as possible. So with this line we don't get the 2-1, but we still get that super evolve to deal with Medusa. We still have that 4 damage to face as well. And we are still stable at this point. Very interesting. Oof.
You are beneath me.
Gaining 2 life is quite powerful. And dishing out 2 damage as well. We can end the game next turn though, with Demonic Call, which is great. We'd have to play William though, which I don't think is the worst. Playing William out, generating some sigils, swinging for 1. I think these are good lines. And then from here we end the turn. In the next turn we've got the Kuon play for 10, giving us a 10-10. Swinging against... oh, they're gonna gain life, but we still have Demonic Call to generate extra damage to life. Let's see what their line is though first. 13, still achievable. We can deal at most 14 damage with our lines. So this is not gonna be enough, sadly. Still okay though, no worries at all. We can deal with this now. Play our Kuon line, but before we do that, let's summon a Demonic Call. And then let's use that 1 play point to bring out Kuon.
I walk the fivefold path out of my way.
There is an argument here actually to not Dimension Climb, because these cards are really good as well to gain us our life back, depending on what happens in this coming turn. So I think the line here is to just swing at life, swing 13, make our opponent deal with our board, heal back up, Stormy Blast something, Dimension Climb after that, and go from there. That could be our line.
A fleeting dream, a careful deception.
Into the night.
7, okay. Back at 7. We've got X10 here, so definitely using that. Actually, before that, let's draw cards. We can use all of our cards anyway
Wings be at
to
your
draw, to gain life back,
the spark of knowledge.
to gain life back again.
Spark of knowledge.
Deal a lot of damage there.
Sick closing time.
And then Dimension Climb, have 10 play points again. Sad Kuon line. Huh. Be going for the Sad Kuon line. Thinking a bit. We don't really want to be in range of Bane, to be fair. So I think we look smart, draw cards. Which is New Brew. And Ingrea.
Right behind you, Anne.
Play out the Blaze Destroyer. And end the turn. We are going to use Pascal's Dance potentially as a win con for Medusa again. Okay, we've got the Ant Summoning.
Caught us off guard.
And then these two are 2 damage plus 1. Looks good. I don't mind this. This can take out the Medusa, generate us whatever Kuon usually generates us with. We do have to play something out. Which the Demonic Call, it looks good for us. Let's swing there, play this out,
To the edge of what's known.
and line up our 2-1 on the 3-2 there. Use the 1 play point to engage, which is New Brew, ending the turn here. Very white board for us again. They still have to go through that. They do have one evolution though. Can they wipe the board? That's summon stuff. No rush. Oh, this has rush. A lot of them have rush actually. So this is much better than playing the 10-10. Because things like that with Bane would have just ran through our 10-10. Especially that we don't have any more evolutions. 6, 7. What we need is something like Witch's New Brew. Draw us cards, gain us sigils back.
Now I'm annoyed. All warmed up?
Huh.
Into the night.
Coming through.
Perfect. Our deck listens to us. So let's start with drawing a card and seeing what we get. Seraphic, really good. Let's go for that then.
May wings be at your back.
William, very nice. And then here, I think we swing there.
I've seen enough.
We can deal with that with Stormy Blast and keep drawing cards with Witch's New Brew, which I think should be our line here. Yep. Looking good.
Time to cross over.
We're not gonna use Pascal's Dance just yet. We are gonna use it if we have good stuff to double stats with. So that is something we are looking forward to. And with the Witch's New Brew that we top decked, we can do it next turn, potentially.
Into an endless sky.
Spread the board, please. Go as wide as you can. Perfect.
The underworld.
We have a good listener here. Demonic Call is nice as well. 6, 5. Ah. Thinking. Are we thinking about? Should we keep our board and then immediately do a Pascal's Dance now? Or should we wait a turn? Thinking hard. There's an argument to wait. There is also an argument that they can't deal with the 10-10. So I think we should go for that. Engage Pascal's Dance. Gain that Earth Sigil. And the turn double the stat line of everything. 2-2-10-10. Do you have an answer for 2-2-10-10? What's that? Sure. Wow. They do have an answer for 2-2-10-10. Quite the powerhouse. Huh. They just don't want to go down. Are we forced to William? I think we are, sadly. Do you still have an answer for a 1155? Not the best. They do. Wow.
Pardon my language.
We do have Pascal's Dance again. Medusa can deal with the Blaze Destroyer. So I think we just need to draw cards. Start engaging again. And ending the turn. Can attack 3 times per turn. So next turn this thing can deal 9 to us. Wow. What is happening, folks? We need something. We don't really want to take 9 to the face. We have been out card advantaged by Abyss. That is how strong this deck is. Okay, Anangrea helps a lot, actually. Oh, cool. So let's start with an Anangrea.
Ready, Greya? Right behind you, Anne.
Let's deal 1 damage there. Let's play a demonic call out. That will bring that down to 1. From here we can swing there.
This fight didn't count.
Deal 2 damage to something. Something relevant, please. Okay, that is good. And then we swing here. Let's draw 2 more cards.
One works too hard.
Yes! Sage Light Teachings. We need life gain. And we have 1 card remaining in our deck, guys. So we have to take note of that as well. That we need to play Ruler of Cositus next turn so that we have a 10 card deck again. Are we dead? Oh wow. We just lost.
All burnt out.
Abysscraft is impossible to deal with for us at the moment. I think that's one of the tier S decks, to be fair. We had a game where we gained 20 life and we still lost, which means our opponent dealt us 40 damage in total. Maybe we were too aggressive with our Williams. That's another issue, potentially. Maybe we should have, like, left a unit on board if it was a 1-1.
Medium
Let's see, though.
or
We are playing against Abysscraft again. Let's see if we've learned from our previous plays. We've got Witch's New Brew. That's going to draw us a card. Start generating our Earth Sigils. And I think we keep trying to play into Pascal's Dance, which has been turning out to be not the best line. So from here, I think we can engage. Another line is use the play points to generate Earth Sigils and use this to sweep the board. Do we have to? Maybe not yet. Maybe we just end the turn. Cool. Slow turns. That is good for us. Let's draw 2 here.
Wings be at your back.
We have a lot of life gain, so we should be able to claw back in after we go down to 16. That is good for us, because this will just go down versus an Anangrea line. Okay, let's go for it. Anangrea now. We have another one as well. Evolve, deal 3, and then swing at both.
Defeat is not an option. It's over.
End the turn here.
Then we
Our turn, let's see. We go for another Anangrea line, potentially. That would put us at a very stable board state, so let's go for it.
Ready, Greya? Right behind you, Anne.
This adds a bat to the hand. Okay, we don't mind that. Oh, should have. Does the drain happen only on when it attacks? After attacking, okay.
Another lonesome night.
And now we are just applying a lot of pressure with our back-to-back Anangreas. Argavi. So this is also not random. It splits it to the first 2.
It's really heating up now.
Okay. An evolved bat. What is that gonna do? So you're using your evolutions to deal with our board. Okay. 1 to face. We are happy with 1 to face. 6, 12. down to 1. We can super evolve now. And we win. Our opponent technically goes down to 1 life, but we still have our other evolution to deal 1 more life. So let's go up. Looking good. So far, so good. Matchmaking has been interrupted. Okay, no problem at all. Legends Rise Cup Champion. Scary, but that is the XP we are after to get better at the game. Alright, let's draw 4. Actually, we drew 4. We don't really have action. We have a curve for 3, 4, 3, 6, 7. We need action for 1, 2, 4, and 5. We've got the 1. Still got the 1. That is very good for us. We have Seraphic Tidings to draw 2. And then we have homework time as well, if needed be. I think now's a good time to Stormy Blast. We could draw 2 if we wanted to, but we don't really have a play for turn 4. So let's just use the Stormy Blast now. Save us 2 life worth of damage. Ouch. So let's draw 2 here. We are gonna take a big hit for this turn.
The Lord Commander dons her mask.
Oof.
Reason to the shores of victory.
What are we thinking about? We can technically play Demonic Call. We have a nice play. No, we can't. We were thinking of cleaning the board up with Sagelight Teachings, but we can't really. Because you need 3 Earthright. Earth Sigils. 6. Are we going down to 5? We have nothing, folks. We could evolve and deal with that, but it's roughly the same. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Down to 3 life. What happened? What happened here? Did we get aggroed out of this game very early? Norman's not gonna do anything, sadly. And we needed that William to be drawn first, but not really. Rough, huh? If they curve out, we can't really do anything about it. Don't worry, you got this. From White Sushi, thank you, brother. That was a rough one. That had no chance. Even if we had like an extra turn, I don't think, like, if we were given like a turn 0 to play something on 1, that would have not mattered at all. Our things did not line up. So we Stormy Blasted a 2-1 quite early. That's an argument to not do it if they can put down a dog that's got a stat line of 4-2. We don't want that at all. Tough times, but that's okay. We got an Abysscraft the game before. We are now here playing against another Abysscraft. We've got good stuff in hand. Don't want Pascal's Dance. We do want Witch's New Brew, because we want an Earth Sigil for Norman to use on 6. So let's draw that card. Let's end the turn here and see what we get. 1/1. Okay. I see you. Add a ghost to your hand. Are we threatened by a 1/1? No, we're not. Not sure if we're gonna get punished though. But let's max out on our sigils first. We need cards to stabilize with though. Summon a bat. A lot of units now. So I think we should use Sage Light to clean this up now. Slow our opponent down. Play a tall unit, please, with 3 life. Not Ghost. A very aggressive. Has not developed board at all and instead opted to go for life. So we are gonna go for life as well and gain 4 back. Just to counteract the... What did they do? That was at parity, so that was good for... Hello! Burgent! Burgent is great. We are gonna get that onion from this turn forward. So very nice indeed. Let's end the turn here. They don't really have a way to wipe the board. They do, apparently. So we should have swung and taken our spell boosts as well. This does just... That's okay for us. That gives equal damage to both. But keeping the onion patches is great because they have to deal with that. That means they're expending resources to deal with it. Because technically we can just let this go and get our spell boosts. But by having this in play, that's eating damage from split damage like from Argavi, so that's good. And that lines up quite nicely for us. 1 next turn plus a super evo. Looks good. Sure, what does that do? You evolve the bat. You super evo the bat. Ah, I see. Hyper aggressive line. But we have a hyper defensive line as well. Letting go of that 2/2 because we can deal with the board with what we have. Yes. Swing in there, swing in 4 at life, 1 at life again. We are down to 9 life. So we are not at the healthiest we could be. It is quite scary. But hopefully a back-to-back one is stable enough. An Odin that comes down is a 4/2, potentially becoming a 7/5. So we're scared of Odins as well. Cool, we'll take that hit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Wait, what? We win. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, not yet. We don't win. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage is what we are going to be dishing out for this turn.
Fine.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. We win. We play Kwon. And we super evo that to dish out 4 damage. Since the rest of our thingies can go live. Boom, 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 and boom. We got there. Abysscraft, no problem at all.
Victory is mine. That feels correct.
That's our victory. We are winning, so let's continue on. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, folks. So if you are enjoying our stream, hit that like button, that subscribe button, or that follow button respectively, and you should be alerted for the next time we go live.
Medium rare.
Should be good times. Dragoncraft. We haven't played against Dragoncraft recently. Let's throw that away and keep the Witch's New Brew and double Stormy Blast. That looks good. Generate that Earth Sigil and the turn from here. Let's see what's next. Little Dragon Nanny. This thing has Intimidate, so that can't be attacked. So I think we need to stem the bleeding a bit. We also have Sage Light Teachings, but I think we remove one of them first and generate some Earth Sigils, just so that the swings are not that painful. From here, we can Stormy Blast that, generate another Earth Sigil again. That's not the worst. It's also not the best. We keep using our 1 costs. But we are maximizing life for ourselves. There's an option to just take the hit, go down to 16. But we don't want that since we have the late game anyway for us. Last words, add a Detective Lens to your hand. Now's a good time to use a Witch's New Brew. Use Sage Light Teachings to deal 4 damage to everything, and we should be good to go. Stable enough from this point forward. Homework time's on 3. Demonic Call summons a 3/3. Let's draw a card first. And then we needed Anangrea this turn. If we play Demonic Call, homework time becomes 1. That's good. But this also means we need to evolve the Demonic Shikigami to deal with the 5/5. We don't want a 5/5 swinging at face at all. Searing Fire Newts, sure. We are okay with that. Anangrea can deal with all of them. We should have Looking Smarted as well. Or generated an Earth Sigil, thinking hard. I think we look smart. At which point we should have done that first, but not punished again. That's great. We are punished if we draw a card that has Spell Boost, which was not there at all. Which means we can swing like that and end the turn there. Norman is great. If we are stable enough, we use Norman to draw 3 cards. Sardine swing was what this guy said. Huh. How is that going under our life? What did they do? Anyway. For us, I think we are super evolving now. Just because it's an opportunity to dish out damage, wipe the board, and establish a big board ourselves. Plus, they don't have a sweeper until play point 9, if I remember correctly. They have something that deals 4 to everything, or something that gives -0, -9 to everything, I think. Something like that. What's that? Forte? That's Intimidate, right? That swings at life or at our unit. We'll take it. 100% of the time we'll take that. And we win. Versus Dragoncraft by just establishing a wide board and chilling from there.
That feels correct.
Ooh. So far, so good. We are moving forward in our A2 ranking.
Medium rare or well done.
Portal Craft. So it is going to be either Puppet, Artifact, or a hybrid. Is there an argument to keep Sage Light Teachings now? But no. We want units. Burgent is great. Earlier you get Burgent, the better it is. You get the crest at the earliest possible time, which means you start generating onion patches at the earliest possible time as well. Love Struck Puppeteer. Let's draw a card with Foresight. Have nothing else to do, so we're engaging our Earth Sigil and chilling from there. Sure. Puppet Theater means our opponent is a puppet deck, I think. Let's draw a card with Witch's New Brew. And then engaging this. Could we engage, draw a card, and then engage again because we have a new Earth Sigil? That is something interesting to figure out. Puppets and Indomitable Fighter. This lines up perfectly for our Burgent, actually. Let's use the play point, play out the Burgent, evolve Burgent, swing 6 there. And both of these onions go to the Puppet Master. Lovestruck Puppeteer. Yep, looks good. Burgent actually creates a very strong spell boost setup turn after turn for our build. Oh wow, this lines up nicely against the 6-1 as well. Sure. 6-1 follower strike, which means it deals damage to an opposing follower immediately, but we get a 1-1 that has rush forever. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is gonna bring that down to 3. Still not enough. Anangrea, I think, is our line here. Yup. Two options as well. We either... I think we're swinging there for sure. We either evolve Anangrea, deal 3 there, and leave us with a 6-6 and a 5-5. I think isn't too bad, to be fair. That's gonna create a lot of pressure for our opponent to deal with the 6-6 and a 5-5. If they don't have bullet time, I think is what it's called, then they can deal with Anangrea. If they do have it. If not, they have to summon a Bane unit, deal with this, summon something else to deal with Anangrea, which potentially leaves us with Anangrea on the board. Oh, Sylvia, okay. Painful. That's an evolution, deal with something. Popping the Anangrea. Leaving the 7-7 for us to deal with it. We do have an answer for that. At 6, we can use our play point to summon a Kuon now. Because next turn, there's not enough play points yet for our opponent to put down an Orcus. So here, we are just creating this wide board that they should, in theory, struggle to deal with. Let's see what happens from here. Are you gonna be establishing board? Or are you gonna be chilling? Puppet. Zoe. Okay, Zoe is gonna summon the one that can follower strike and deal X damage. Fair enough. Our opponent is putting down all of the units they can put down. That means if we deal with this efficiently, we get out ahead. We can start with the looking smart. Norman! Hello there. We can potentially Norman heal back up. Keep our demonic call for lethal. If that's the case, then our play should be Foresight. Drawing a card. Hello, Stormy Blast. Our play is potentially Stormy Blasting this thing. But Anangrea is nice as well. We don't have Dimension Climb yet, sadly. But we don't mind. In this game, we are going for the aggro line. So we are going to be dishing out damage like that, ending the turn here. And going from there. Very nice indeed. See what's up here. Orchis. If Orchis comes down and they super evolve Orchis, 8/8 can deal with something. 1/6 can deal with something. 3/3s can deal with our board, but that's good if that happens, because that means that 3/3s are not gonna go to life, which is 100% what we want.
Caught us off guard.
Huh. Interesting. We can deal 1 to face. 1 there. And go down to 3. Which we can deal with using one of our Sage Light teaching. Looks good. Okay. So step 1. Let's use Sage Light teachings to deal 4 damage to all enemy units. That means Stormy Blast should be able to deal with Orchis. Then we can swing 1 here. Well, that spell boosts as well. And then we either heal up to 16 with Sage Light, or we play down a Blaze Destroyer. Actually, we can do both. Let's heal up to 16, play down the Blaze Destroyer, and have this big threatening board that they have to deal with. After they deal with that, we have lethal in 2 turns. So next turn, we're going for William. Turn after that, we go for the Kuon plus Demonic Call play to end the game. 14, we can still reach that at 14. That is still safe for us. Very, very safe for us still. Which is nice.
The war gods.
Puppet Lancer, put down more things, please. Cool. We're gonna take that evolution. Cleaning up the board, leaving us still with a 1/1, which we are happily taking face. There's a play for Norman, but I think we should just go for the clean sweep. We can draw 2 here as well. Doesn't really matter too much as long as our opponent doesn't gain life. That is what needs to happen for us to get the win from 13. Potentially 14. They can gain 1 life if they wanted to. see. Liam will take it. Wipe the board. Sure. And now we go for the win. How do you win when your opponent is on 13 to 14 life and you just have these? First, you need enough space on the board. You need at least 4 spaces, which we now have. And then, whatever Shikigami you want to add to your big Shikigami, you just play immediately and you let it get destroyed. Once it is destroyed, Kuon will summon the 10-10, but the 10-10 will remember all of the Shikagamis that died, which means it remembers the 3-3 and is now a 13-13. And from there, we win. With a Super Evo on Kuon, targeting the 13-13 and 13 to life.
Victory is mine.
3-match win streak is looking good. White Sushi might be the lucky charm as well as Antipathetic. Looking good. Mirror match going second. We're always going second during the mirror match. Why is that?
Medium rare.
Sadly, this build doesn't have the aggro line in the mirror match. We keep the Witch's New Brew and Stormy Blast. Because we don't have any 2-drops on this build, we have to play the passive game until the late game. While the Earthright build, the one that has the 2-drops, can play an aggressive line. Let's draw a card first with Witch's New Brew and the turn from there. Ms. Miranda's coming down. We do have Stormy Blast for that because we kept one. So that is a crucial keep. Let's draw first with Foresight and then we Stormy Blast. So that the spell boost hits the new card we've just drawn. Draw 2, sure. Let's draw one of those as well. We have nothing this turn. Let's just engage our Earth Sigil.
This homework's too hard.
Cool. Now, we have an opportunity to play Burgent out, which summons the 2 1/1 onion patches. Let's evolve Burgent to get the crest that gives us the 1/1 forever from this turn forward. And now we wait. Mirror! A Burgent themselves. Okay. Can't really do much about that.
I'll get you next time. Coming through.
We're on 5 at the moment. Anangrea, not the best play, but we still need to be on curve. So let's put down Anangrea, have that ward unit there ready to defend, and end the turn from here. We're playing the units first, which is lining up poorly with what they're doing, although we are ending at a similar point right now. So from here, let's take that spell boost. We can Stormy Blast Anangrea as well. Play out a Blaze Destroyer and generate an Earth Sigil. Looks good. We've got Norman to summon 2 3/3s as well if we wanted to. And then the goal is to bring Dimension Climb to 0, draw a Ruler of Cositus or a Kuon on 10. Not even on 7, I think. We want it on 10. Sure. 4 to life and 1 to life. And they deal with our board. Thinking, don't have much. clean up. But we can play William now. That is gonna deal 5 to everyone, and we have the onion to deal 1 damage there.
Into the night.
We are still increasing our Witch's New Brew. Do we play out the Demonic Call? I don't think we want to be fair.
Coming through, coming through.
From here, we can play out Norman, draw 3 cards to set us up quite nicely, and gain 4 life as well with an evolution. But I think we do need to do some form of card draw right now. It is gonna be tricky without extra cards at the moment.
New year, new me.
Ouch.
My language. None shall escape the lash of my blade. Oh, you're asking for a hex, mate.
Spell boost. Our opponent might have the full combo soon, actually, with the way they're playing out their thingies. Norman. Let's play out a Norman first and draw 3 cards, see what we get. We drew a Witch's New Brew and a Ruler of Cositus, which is great. So from here, we need to be maximizing our Dimension Climb. Which means, let's start with a Witch's New Brew. Drew an Aningrea. Let's engage that. Let's evolve Norman now to gain 4 life.
Create a richer future.
Swing there as well. Place a Demonic Call now and end the turn here. We want something to distract our opponent with.
I give up.
Next turn, we're going for the 10 cost Kuon line. And then the turn after that. So next turn, we're going to go down to 7, then down to 2, down to 1. Yeah, this is going to be exactly 0. Ruler of Cositus into Dimension Climb on 0. As long as we swing into something. Great. We are swinging into something. That is quite good for us.
Coming through, coming through.
So how do we do this? I'm thinking. Let's swing once. Bring in that 2/6. Let's use our 1 play point to play out Kuon.
I walk the fivefold path. Out of my way.
Super evolving Kuon. Targeting our 10/10. Which is quite nice. We swing 6 into this. Dealing 1 more damage and then 10 to life. So this line saves us from anything except the Astaroth's Reckoning line. Ruler into Astaroth's Reckoning. Oof. Oh, they're going for the tall. Wow. Triple Demonic Call.
The spark of knowledge.
They're waiting for the Kuon. If they draw the Kuon this turn, that is going to be a huge Kuon. That's going to be lights out. I think that's what they're going for. There it is. No Kuons, please. No Kuons. No. That's a big Kuon. Like 2019, I think. Wow. That's a lot of cards. Well,
All burnt out.
5 out of 20 So painful. Painfully annoying. Triple demonic call into a Kuan. Why, buddy? Why you do that to us?
Medium rare or well done.
Mirror match, okay.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this over with. We're going second again for the 4th time in the mirror. Draw a card and turn. Ooh. Full Earthright. Okay, so our opponent has a very aggressive deck for us in that regard. Let's see if we will survive. Give us something, please. Great, thank you for listening. Next turn, we've got Anangrea. And then we can actually have a wide board at the point where we can place down the Blaze Destroyers. So that's good. What are we thinking about? Are we thinking about placing Anangrea now? Or no value whatsoever? Using our play point as well? Or we do it next turn? I think we should do it next turn. We have a very valid Pascal's dance line. So I think we should be generating sigils every time we can. And Ingrea is gonna line up here quite nicely. Well, any other plays? William is a bad play. Norman is doesn't do much. So we play Anangrea. Wing there. Evolve Anangrea. Not the best deal 3 play. But we should be able to clean up. Use that play point and generate another sigil. We're currently on 5. A Pascal's Dance could be a proper thing, to be fair. Let's see what we are going to be going for at this point. Demonic Call 3 here. Okay, 2 there. So that's just for pressure for the next turn. How do we deal with this? We can Kuon now if we wanted to. That's gonna eat up our play point, sadly. The question is, are we okay with that? Norman, what does Norman do? We can draw 3 if needed. Is it needed? We can generate 2 3/3 golems with barrier as well. That's quite good. Have a wide board. Deal with our opponent's units. Force them to deal with our units as well.
Create a richer future. Limitless.
Barrier is not the easiest to deal with as well. They need to use cards to clear the barrier. Barrier is reduces damage taken by the follower or leader to 0 once before being removed. So we are fully a damage-based deck. They are as well. They have to deal damage in some form or the other before going through our life. Okay. Let's see, what is your line, my friend? Oof. Okay, perfect. That means these are going here. So the golems did its thing. Okay, we're gonna take 2 damage. Which is quite alright. Hello, ruler of Cositus.
To the edge of what's known, yet past.
With the ruler saying hi, we have a turn 9 play using our 1 play point, so that's good. We can't do the Astaroth's line though, but we can do something else like the 6 cost 10/10 Storm. Which means we want to bring our opponent's HP to at least 13 life. Hopefully placing Kuan down does that exact thing that we are after. We do also need Dimension Climb to be on 0, and that is far away from 0. They now have the crest. It's a bit too late though, so not maximizing onion powers. While we are also gonna generate a huge board.
I'll get you next time.
Huge board, please. Engaging that, and we end the turn from here.
Coming through!
Our Williams should be able to deal with whatever comes down. So that's good. Ooh. Okay. Powerful William. We can Dimensions Climb into something, potentially. Sage Light is nice. We could have rulered now if we wanted to, but I don't think that would have been the best play in this current state of events. I think what we should go for is go back to 20, use our play point, place a William down, deal with that, end the turn here. Next turn, we can play a Ruler of Cositus, deal with the board, and then we play a Dimension Climb after that. Or we keep the Dimension Climb for another turn, which is slowing us down by a lot, now that I think about it. But our hand never got us to Dimension Climb 0 on 10, sadly. They don't have it as well, that's good. No 10 drop on 10 play points, so that's safe for us. Quite nice. Norman, okay. So what is this? Golems, I'm guessing. The same line we did for us. You're using an evolution, sure. We will take that line. So for here, we do have Burgent, to be fair. If we play out Burgent, we bring Dimension Climb to 1. We get our crest as well. So I think we go for it. Potentially redrawing William 2, or getting Sage Light Teachings. Quite the thing to top deck. Stormy Blast on 9. Thinking hard. What are we thinking about? Do we want onion patches as well? If we do, we need to Super Evo Burgent now. So, if that is the case, we do that. It's not the best line, to be fair.
Ruined perfectly good materials.
We're just gonna be continuing to draw as much as we can. Was it worth the crest to get an onion patch? Not sure. Maybe not, to be fair. Super Evo, okay. We're going the aggro line. They're swinging 10, we deal with the board. We gain back up. And we claw back from here. Cool, we'll take it. William's on 1? Why is William on 1? We have this. Use. You can play out a Sage Light to deal 4 to everything. We play Aningrea here. Both of us don't have Super Evos anymore. So we're just controlling the board at this point. Whoever controls better wins. What is this game? I do not understand what is going on. Scary times. We are scared of a ruler into a dimension climb, which I don't think is on in our opponent's hand. Maybe they have a slow dimension climb that's on 7 or something. Oof. 10-10. Sure, we have the answer to that now. In the form of William. Dimension climb is painful. Another Burgent. Can you deal with that? You can. Oh no. 6. We need spell boosts. Things that spell boost William. Please. Oh, we do. Nice. Perfect. Thank you for that. Let's deal 1 there. William's on 8 now. Let's draw. Yep, let's draw 2. And from here we can play out William. That is very nice. That's gonna deal 9 to everything. Perfectly cleaning up the board. And then we play our Kuon. Force our opponent to deal with our Kuon. Okay, it's a very interesting game. It is anyone's game really at this point. Oof. What? Swing there? No. Okay. We do still have an answer to that in the form of... Don't want a Kuon now, to be honest. We want Aningrea out, which means we want to draw 2. And then from here, we play Aningrea out. That looks good. Swinging here. Do we want to Stormy Blast? I think we have to. Don't really want to, but I think we had to. In that line. And then for this turn, I think we are going to go for the Quan 10 line. Because we have Dimension Climb as well. Huh, golems, okay. That's a problem. Our opponent is on 5 cards left. What is that? Where did that come from? Oof. We got the ruler of Cositus. Thinking. We can go for that. Trade there. Play our Kuon out. That's gonna bring Dimension Climb to 0. At least this one. And then we still have Demonic Call to play. Let's redraw. Good stuff, please. Norman. Nice to see you there, buddy. From here, we either deal with the units on board or heal up 14 to 12. If we heal up to 12, they can't reach us at all.
My students shine more than gold.
May wings be at your back.
And then we end the turn here, force our opponent to deal with the 10-10. If they have a William, we can't really do much about it. Which they haven't played a lot of, to be fair. Very interesting. Oof. We're dead. We're dead in the water. We have no cards in our deck. We do have an interesting line though. The line is if we reshuffle all of this, we go to 1 card in our deck. Huh. Shuffle everything. Draw 5, we lose. Oof. What's our out? We play a ruler? And then what? Nothing. Yep. Painful. Even if we William here, this comes back. The Lilanthem is powerful. Nothing. Rough times. The William Goddess, guys.
You're tough.
The William Goddess. Why, William? The Earthright build looks powerful. Lilanthem is strong in the mirror match as an 8-drop. Plus, the William can deal with the board still while applying a lot of pressure. Very interesting.
Medium rare.
Swordcraft. Okay, we are going second, so let's keep Burgent and Aningrea so that we have a 4-drop to play on both. A 5-drop to play on 4 and 5. Let's hope to not get wiped out before that point, though. Sure, we'll take that Prim. Nothing. We are gonna go down to 16, potentially, before we stabilize. Homework time, draw 2, I think, is our line here. Let's end the turn there. Prim, Princess's Picnic. Okay, that is a very wide board. But the good thing is we have Burgent. Burgent summons 1/1s, and because these 1/1s are lining up to their 1/1s quite nicely, we can go for that. Oh, we have to deal with that first. No problem. They take our Burgent, but that's okay. We now have a 1/1 every turn from this point forward. The damage we're taking down to 15, that's not the worst at the moment. It is gonna get worse the next turn, but we do have the onion patches. And it matters a lot. Like, for example, if we play Anangrea now, gonna pump everything up. Onion patch here is gonna allow us to deal with that 6/5 with the 5/5 that we drew, that we got from Anangrea. And then a demonic call here means we can deal with that. And an Anangrea pop means we can deal with most of these units. And then from this point onwards, we'll have that 1 extra damage for every single thing. So that's the power of the onion patch. Hound of War. 4/2. That is painful. Scary. Do we have an answer? We do have William. Is kind of an answer. We also have Sagelight Teachings. 4/2. Let me try something for which is New Brew. Generates 1. If we engage that, and play another which is New Brew, we can engage it again. Good to know that things like this are possible. So let's swing there. Then from here, we can draw a card. We drew Stormy Blast. Let's use the play point. Deal 4 damage to all enemy units using our Earth Sigil. Play that down and end the turn. We have Dimension Climb to draw back into our hand. Oof. Nice easy sweep for our opponent. Last word, summon a knight. No problem. We can pop that, play a William out. Call it a day from there. I think that is our line. We're just slowly going into Dimension Climb territory. Let's swing there first. Play out our William, end the turn here. Next turn, we can potentially William, Super Evo, Dimension Climb, draw 5 into whatever we want. Quite nice. This I don't really understand, this card. This is interesting, right? Like, it summons 2 enemy copies for us already. Which means if we can deal with that, then we're at an advantage at this point. Which a William can do, to be fair. We will go down 9. Which means... oh, they will go up to 9 play points. Which means we will lose to an Albert. That's why we are spell boosting now, so that we can play our Dimension Climb, drawing into life gain, hopefully. Not a single piece of life gain. Still no life gain whatsoever. We could just die from here. Let's see. Albert. Dead. There you go. Painful. Painful. Pluie d'épée. Okay.
All burnt out.
And I think that is us, folks. When we are on a lose streak, we lost 2 times, I think, or 3 times potentially now. So that doesn't happen as often. So I think we should, not rankings, right? We should look at replays. So we've lost 3 times against Rune Sword. We've been going second here, and this was rough for us. So I think this is a call to end our stream for now. Let's chill for a bit. We are going to play in the tournament in a bit as well. That should be fun nonetheless. But for now, I think we should rest up. We are going to be ending the stream for now. If you did enjoy our stream, not the end, I guess, but in the beginning, the middle, we have a lot of nice content. For at the moment, we're playing Runecraft. If you did enjoy that, hit that like button, subscribe button, and follow button. That would be very much appreciated by the algorithm and by us as well. We are going to be going live again. We're doing this every day. Our schedule is 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. UK time, Monday to Friday, and weekends we go a bit longer. But because we are on a bit of a rut, I think we should explore the deck again. I will get back to the drawing board, see what changes we can do, and let's go back even harder after that. For now, that is us. In life, stay kind, but in Shadowverse PvP, stay ruthless. We are going to be going in 3, 2,